Alright, hello. This should be working. This should be working. Everything should be working. If I'm not wrong. Alright. So, if you look at the title, it's a little weird. It's a little weird today. But, there, okay, it will make sense. It will make sense. And I'll explain in uh a little. Oh no, I can hear myself. Oh, this is horrible. How do I turn this off? There. There. Better. Because, like, I could hear myself and it was terrible. Even though it wasn't a problem before. Like, it didn't happen before, but okay. Anyways, um, I'm just gonna chill here for a little and uh yeah, we'll see. The thing is, okay, so okay. So me being me, right? I may or may not have waited for like how long did I wait? I waited for basically a month. Like we had a thing. Okay, so um every month we have in our let me switch to my iPad. There you go. Every month we have a theme on our in our club. Like I'm in a digital art and animation club, and every month we have a theme, and basically everyone draws like that theme, something on it. And this year, oh my god, this year, yeah, it's first month of the year. Uh, this um, this month, we just randomly generated like two, or it was supposed to be 2 words, but it was 3 words. Randomly generated 3 words, and and now these are the theme for the month. And basically what that means is like everyone draws something uh on that, right, with that theme, and we just have fun. And oh, someone's yelling outside. Yo, I don't know if you can hear, but there's like people outside yelling. Amazing. I don't know what could be better, but yeah. So and you don't have to do anything for it, but it just, if you want to, if you for some reason um wanted to I don't know, do this, like draw something for that theme, you'd do that, right? And basically I haven't done that uh ever since the idea was introduced, right? Because I'm lazy. But um this month it was uh debt, I can't pronounce that word, but it's fine. Enthusiasm and science. Uh and it's perfect, okay? It is perfect for one of my characters, um Theo. But it's literally perfect for him, cuz yeah, he's a scientist. He's not in debt necessarily, but but uh we could make him just for this one prompt. Just for this prompt, he's in debt now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Nothing I can do. You're in debt now. But yeah, it's incredible, and also it's like a I wanted to, since it did start an animation club, and I don't want to color anything right now because I just spent like so much time coloring the uh animation thing I was doing. So I didn't want to do that. Like, you know, I'll just make it a little, not even an animatic. It's like, oh no. It's just a little something. Ah, wonderful. It's weird how this part isn't moving at all. I'll move it. But yeah, also, I don't know who's in here, but if you don't know yet, you can write something in chat and I'm gonna like a request basically and I'm gonna draw something for you. Like a little doodle thing. So yeah. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. As always. I already said like I wanna do like themes for streams because that would be cool. That would be cool. To have like, you know, a theme what to talk about. But I do have something actually to talk about today. Specifically because of the theme and everything. I this is actually, I don't know, it's not a super crazy coincidence, you know, but it is funny to me. So I have this character Theo, who I'm kind of drawing him right now, but not really because it's just a hand. But yeah, still. Um, and basically, I wanted to write something for a while now because I think writing is really cool, and I'm drawing, and I want to write sometime. And obviously, like any other human being, I hope I'm not too loud, but instead of, you know, sitting down and writing something, I'm just like, ah, yes, I'm gonna write something. Proceeds to never write ever, just anything, right? Like any other person would do. Um, so that's what I did. I did nothing for a very long time, and I think I created a Google Doc for the like writing. Um, like I think a week ago or so, and I think I wrote one sentence or two sentences actually, something like that. It wasn't a ton. It was literally about two sentences, and then and then I just didn't touch it for a week or so, and then a week later I come back to that doc after I don't know what it was, but I was like, I wanted to write something suddenly. You know, sometimes you just have that motivation suddenly, and I had that motivation. I was like, I'm gonna write something, and I started writing, and uh, I wrote. I don't know how much I wrote. It wasn't that much. It was like 2 pages or something. And I wrote it and I was like, this is amazing. I'm like writing basically fan fiction for my characters, you know. I mean my character and my friend's character, but and another character, but at that point it was just my character in it. But still, you know what I mean. And um and then I come back home. I go back home from school and I see that Wilbur's son was live. And then I look at the thing, like the notification, and it's like reading the SMP lore, blah blah blah. And then I find out that he wrote a fan fiction for himself, literally. And I'm like, oh my god, today is a self fan fiction day. Like, I mean, my character isn't me, but he's my character, and I'm writing something. You know, I don't know. It's just funny. Literally the day I finally wrote something. To be fair though, for me it's always about starting something usually. Cause when I start, I'm already like, okay, I started it already. I like, if I give up now, then what did I start it for? You know? Yeah, I already started. It's fine. Um, so since I already started, I'm writing it. Like, how did I can check how many pages I wrote. I'm not gonna check on this computer because it's gonna die. Oh, I was trying to I think I have 5 pages. Yeah, I have 5 pages right now. Not that much, but still, more than more than I thought I'd write. Um, yeah, right before I was like, I was thinking, should I stream or should I not? Um, and then I realized I want to stream, so I did. Uh, but beside that, I open my computer up and I don't use it as much because I have school issued computer. I mostly do homework on it, and for other stuff I usually just use my phone and everything, or iPad. So I don't use it as much recently, at least. Um, but I was like, okay, uh, let me, like, I need computer to stream, and and I opened my computer up. I didn't even start like OBS or anything. I just opened it up, turned it on, and was sitting there and looking through like Instagram or something, and and then I smelled like burning. I'm like, what is going on? Why does it literally, it smells like something's burning, and I'm like, I'm like, what is going on? Why? Maybe like something outside is burning. I don't know. Um, no, I'm like, this is like perfect timing, absolutely perfect flipping timing, and oh no, I can't draw. Um, and and then I look outside. There's nothing there, right? I go downstairs. It doesn't smell there. I'm like, why is it only near the like my desk that it smells? I'm like, I don't have anything that could burn here. And then I like, I should check my computer. And I lean in and to smell the computer. I don't know, it sounds weird, but and it smells like burnt. I'm like, what is going on? And it's like old. It's not too old, but it is like 6 years old or something. And I lean in, and it smells like burnt, like plastic or something. I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, if it's gonna light on fire, what do I do? Because I don't know, what am I gonna do if it lights on fire? Um, but it didn't, and it doesn't smell anymore. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. I just smelled it again. It doesn't smell like burned anymore. Okay, wait. Our our scientist in crippling debt. Oh my god, what is wrong with this? This is, guys, why you cover one of your character's eyes with something. It doesn't matter what. You just cover it with something. Although, to be honest and fair, I was never one of the people who like covered their character's eyes because they couldn't draw them. I did other stuff. I most definitely hid my character's like hands in pockets. Absolutely, 100%, especially considering that I started really drawing in Undertale fandom, and Sans has like pockets and stuff, and people draw him. Uh, oh, wait, I need to concentrate on this. One sec. There. And people draw him with pockets in his with pockets in his hands, with hands in his pockets all of the time, and I did that too. Obviously, because who wants to draw hands when you can just draw pockets? And the worst part is that when I drew the hands in the pockets, it looked bad. Like, to me then it looked fine, but now that I look, oh no, it's broken. Um, Now that I look back at it, it looks terrible. It genuinely, oh, it genuinely just looks terrible. And I'm just, oh my god. I mean, I'm gonna look at this eventually, um in the year probably, and I'll look at this, or maybe two, I don't know, depends, but I'll look at this eventually and I'm gonna be very disappointed. Right? Because that's just how it is. Because you're always gonna be disappointed in what you do. It's just how it is. You're gonna be disappointed with what you do, because I mean, if we weren't disappointed in what we did, people who aren't are just, they're not making progress. They're not gonna make progress. It's not that, like, you know, you can look at your art and be proud, because that's good. That's very good. Um, but at the same time, there's always area for improvement, and I'm not the one to talk about that, because I'm not planning on becoming a professional artist or anything. I'm just doing this for fun, more than anything. So, um, but you know, if especially if you're gonna become a professional artist, I feel like. But again, I am in no position to speak. Like, I'm just a fellow human. I mean, I'm not a human, but if I were a human, I would be just a fellow human, um, saying stuff. Look at my almost boy. uh, he's just like, oh, what, what, what? He's I don't know if there are any curious minds out there, but he is um he's a scientist. He's a he they and scientist slash serial killer. Now I know, edgy, um edgy, what is it called, edgy teenager, mad scientist serial killer. I know, but but hear me out. He's made for the sole purpose, like, he, they were made to be a serial killer, if that makes sense. I hope I can say that on Twitch. Um, so this character was made for an AU role play thing with that I never participated in. By the way, like, I made this character on the request of my friend, because they wanted me to join like a role playing thing, an AU. Or maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I got from it. And and I made this character, and the plan was, I think, to send like a short summary of their backstory, and things like that, little info to the person organizing the AU, the I don't know, the AU thing. Um, but instead of that, I wrote down the info because oh because I did. It was very long. Like I try to compress it down to as little as I could, but it was still I think it was 2 paragraphs, but my 2 paragraphs. I think it's not just it's like it's probably 5 sentences each, but my sentences are very long because I'm Russian. I don't know what else to tell you. Um, because Americans write in very small, very concise, very neat paragraphs. I mean sentences, and we Russians just put commas uh, instead of periods. At the end of sentences. Just like that. You just put periods. I mean, commas instead of periods. And that's how you get very long sentences with complicated punctuation and a lot of suffering, but at the same time, you get in the habit of it. Um, so yeah, that's interesting. I hate how that ear looks. Let's just not have an ear. Why not? Let's just not give him an ear. That sounds reasonable. I'll try. Boop, 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 boop. My characters don't need ears. Actually, that is something. I, I literally, when I started drawing, actually it wasn't when I started drawing. It was later. It was way later. It was when I was trying to draw people more or less okay. It was before I joined the Undertale community, but I was mostly into uh, One Piece at that point. Um, but it's fine. Best part is when you're into One Piece and you cannot draw male characters. It's like I don't know what to tell you. It's miserable. But I did attempt. I did attempt it. But I was yeah, I was drawing, and then I think at some point I was drawing characters with ears actually. But then something happened. I found like I think I found a new art style or something happened. Something happened with my art style, and that would be all good and all. But the problem is with the new art style, I forgot that ears exist. I did not draw ears on characters. My characters had no ears, no matter what the haircut was. No ears. They got no ears. Uh, and that was really that was really stupid because they looked very awkward, and I was looking at them and I remember thinking, what is wrong with them? What am I doing wrong? And then I one time someone asked me, "Oh, you can't see ears with this haircut of this character," and then I realized that I have not been drawing ears for the longest time, and and then I started drawing ears. Yeah, it's funny. Yesterday I had a realization where I came to the conclusion that the way that I know I improved is that I can draw guys with long hair because um not that long ago, I couldn't draw guys at all, like none. But then I figured out how to draw guys, and I don't know how I did that. I just sort of happened. But I I remember being very confused. I was asking my mom, like, how how do you draw a guy that looks like a guy with long hair? How do you do that? And yeah, it is possible. Well, um, it's funny though, and the fact that I couldn't draw anyone but girls. Literally, I could only draw girls. All right. Um, I could only draw girls. I could not draw boobs. So I had only girls that are like 14 or something with no chest, just little girls. That's all I could draw. Okay? my whole drawing ability was little girls, 14-year-old girls. And that was a bit of an issue in of itself, but it's fine, I guess. I had a story. I still have it, like a whole big story plot line, with a bunch of their, I believe they're 12 to 16, 15, 12 to 15, I think. 12 to 15-year-old girls who um are magical girls. They're magical girls. I have a magical girl story. But they're not. I watched Madoka Magic at that point, so you know for a fact they were not just some ordinary little magical girls. No, no, no. I mean, there was one. My main character was supposed to be Cardcaptor Sakura at first. I drew Cardcaptor Sakura, and then I wanted to try animation then, but on physical paper, just taking pictures. Whatever, it was a bad idea. I never did it anyway, so it's irrelevant. But I did want to do that at some point. Regardless, so yeah, I had that, and I just drew Cardcaptor Sakura, and then I wanted to animate her, and then I didn't want to draw actual Cardcaptor Sakura, so I changed the design a bit, her design a bit, and that's how my my I don't know, not main OC, but she is the main character of the plotline came to be. Um, Look at me not drawing hands. um, ah, that's probably very painful for anyone who's watching. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. You know, happens. Oh no. Just look at how it looks on the screen. It's just even worse. No, it was better. Maybe I should just get rid of this arm. I mean, hand. Whatever. You know what? It's fine. You guys can suffer. Um, but yeah, she was just Cardcaptor Sakura with a couple of key differences, mainly in she had, she still has, gray eyes because I don't know why actually, but she does have gray eyes. Her personality is a lot, and I mean a lot more enthusiastic and cheerful, and that is saying something considering that Cardcaptor Sakura is so enthusiastic and cheerful. but she's Cardcaptor Sakura, but so much. She reminds me of Papyrus maybe, but I hate Papyrus. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. I don't hate Papyrus. I just dislike his character. Controversial opinion. Let's go. But no, he's not my favorite. Not my favorite, definitely. But she is like a cheerful little girl who is a genius technically. I mean, in terms of she's a genius in terms of school. So she is very good in at all the academic classes, and it's not like math or English. It's just everything. They don't even speak English. They speak something. They speak like another language. I don't know. It's not English, it's not Russian. It's just a separate language. And yeah. they they basically yeah, they just do that. The and yeah, she's good at everything. She's good at everything. She has perfect perfect grades. And she's very very kind, trusting, naive, very nice person. But it's also, like always, it's not always a good thing because she can get manipulated by people very easily and taken advantage of very easily. Um, so that's not good for her, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. And yeah, she's very well loved and appreciated. Everyone loves her. It's not like she's secretly everyone hates her. No, everyone loves her. She's amazing. Um, but she's the I'm making air quotes. She's the main character, but obviously, she's not my favorite character out of mine. Uh, because sure, she's supposed to be this perfect girl, right? And the thing is, she's not even. You know how there's some perfect girls on the outside, but on the inside, no, no, no. She's just a literal perfect child. She is happy with that. She is content with her life. And she had a good family history. Dude, I created a character who has good family, good grades, good relationships, she's a very kind person, and she is happy. Like, how do you do that, right? Uh, and so I have this character who is just just perfect, basically. Uh, but you know that you can't just no, 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 no. You can't just have a perfect character like that. No, 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 no. You have to have so, you have to have someone to just basically, I don't know, just make someone miserable out of your characters. You know how it is. If you have your OCs, you know what I'm talking about, because like everyone I met has a character who, either all of their characters or one of their characters, who just they can't have a normal life. They have to suffer. It just happens. So I also have that one character who constantly suffers. I mean, not constantly, I guess, but she's dealing with stuff because and she's the only one I've written anything for, right? And she is her name is Mika, and she is actually the alternate universe version of that perfect girl whose name is Vika, which is very confusing for everyone because Mika and Vika sound the same basically. But yeah, Mika is the the edgy one. She is she is quite literally the edgy one. Um, she was just like Vika once, not appearance wise. She has red eyes because I said so, and like brown hair. And she was based on my friend, but not anymore. Not anymore. Um, that's why her name is Mika as well. But we're not about to discuss that. So yeah. Um, so she is an edgy person, and as I said, she is from another universe. She is from another, not universe, dimension. She's from another dimension. And uh, she's she was fine until she did something very stupid, which, I mean, how old was she? Like 12 or something, like 13? I don't know. 13, 14, 12 to 13, 12 to 14, let's say that. She is a bit older. Um, so, oh, my family came back. That's fine. But yeah, she was living a normal life until she made a dumb mistake, which um yeah, happens. But this one was especially terrible because her sister was a magical girl and blah blah blah, and it led to some unforeseen consequences, which were foreseen because she was warned multiple times by everyone, but she didn't listen because she was curious. Blah 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 blah. And she made this horrible mistake. Her sister finds out, but it's too late. She opens portals to other dimensions, and her world is, spoiler alert, it's destroyed, and she is sent to another dimension. Her sister sacrifices herself to save the like Mika, right, the character. Basically, like a building, something explodes, and there's huge pieces of glass, and then just flying around, and her sister, which if I remembered her name, I would tell you, but I don't. She, steps in front and takes the giant piece of glass. And yeah, she sacrifices herself, but it's whatever. But she does manage to push Mika into one of the portals, and that teleports Mika into a new dimension, which is the dimension of the main characters, like where the main plot happens, even though the main plot doesn't happen because I never wrote it. I don't have like this. I have a storyline which I might go over eventually, but it's it's a rough, not a rough, but it is a storyline. But there aren't certain there's certain things that are not in place yet, that aren't certain, or they aren't necessarily. I don't know how to do them. For example, there is a plot line where one, like, spoiler alert. This is actually not very much a spoiler, but one of the characters becomes, actually, oh my god, you can hear my dogs. But hold on. Yeah, my characters. Oh my god, I'm lost. Um, I'm so lost, dude. Where was I? If I suddenly mute, it's because of my family here. But oh yeah, one of them. So Vika is the perfect girl's sister, not sister, friend, bestie, if you will, who may or may not have a crush on her. Who knows? Certainly I don't. But she she kind of gets corrupted by the magical power, like key thing, like staff thing, staff. I don't know. I took the staff literally from Cardcaptor Sakura. Like it's a little key that transforms into a big staff via magic, but it does work a little differently. It works by channeling the person's magic instead of giving it to them. Or I mean, it does kind of work like that in Cardcaptor Sakura, but whatever. And it transforms into whatever you want. You know, not whatever you want. Okay, no, that's misleading. Oh, oh my. The first time, that you take a blank key, a key that has not been used by anyone else, it takes a form that accounts for your character, your background, like everything. I don't know, not everything, but it gives you a certain power, and every person's power is unique unless it's not, which only happened once um, with Mika, the edgy one, and her sister. They have the same powers because Mika took her sister's key, but that's what caused the apocalypse to happen. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. So yeah, very intriguing. I know, and I wrote a story on it, on Mika's background, but like Mika's backstory, and it is on Wattpad actually. I don't think anyone would want to read that right now, at least. But it is on Wattpad, and I think I have the same name on Wattpad as I have everywhere else. So if you want to read that, you probably shouldn't. There's no point in doing that because it's terrible. You're also gonna find what are they called, like reading lists or whatever I made, and they're terrible. I think I deleted a couple of them because they were so bad. You know how you can basically compile fan fiction into one collection. Yeah, yeah, you can do that. Uh, I should delete this. I should delete all of that. So yeah, remove stories. Amazing. I just removed everything. Good. Oh no. So yeah, it's not everything is pretty bad. In terms of the stuff I have there, but I did post a bunch of stuff. I have my art there. Oh no. I have my art there. I have a thing called Lab It Is. It has five reads, and it's like a little bunch of what are they called, drabbles? I don't know, like a bunch of just little stories um, about one of my characters, and maybe no, I think it's just her, or maybe they're her lab entries, like because she was raised in the lab, and I think they might be her entries, like not entries as a lab person, but like as a person who grew up there. I don't know, whatever. Her personal diary, if you will. She can't spell, neither can I, so it kind of fits. And then I posted OC one shots, which have no reads at all. No one saw them at all, like zero. And there are like two of them, and then there's Mika's backstory, which is, I'm gonna brag. Okay, it's number 294 in hashtag magical girls. Can you imagine? It has 49 reads. Amazing. And it takes 30 minutes to read. Wait, how much do OC one shots take to read? 3 minutes. There you go. What about Lab It Is? 7 minutes. That's fair. art for Undertale fanfiction. That's terrible. It is my most viewed book though. It's like it has 252 views. Oh my god. There is a translation I tried to do. It is number 201 in mental hospital. What? Okay. There's a story called Abandoned. That is abandoned. That story is abandoned. Quite literally, but it's not called that because of that. It it it's called Abandoned because I don't know. It just is. It just is. And it's a story I originally wrote for. I believe I was trying to write it for my aunt's birthday. Like it was supposed to be her birthday gift. I don't know. I was a weird kid. I'm still a weird kid. But yeah, I was like, hell yeah, my aunt is gonna love a flipping short story for her birthday. Like okay. And it was originally completely on Russian. And to be honest, it was written better than I could have ever written now. Like literally, it was way better than I could write now. But you know, whatever. It got lost in time, which actually this winter break, my cousin actually found the document on his iPad for some reason. It was there. I guess he has the account, but that I wrote it on. But still, he had it, and I reread it. That's how I know that it was better than whatever I could have written now in terms of how it is written. But yeah. anyway, anyways, it was a story that I originally wrote for my aunt, and I mean I didn't complete it, but I did have a story in my head, and then I just had it, and then I actually used it for my English project once. Like I finished it for my English project. I didn't actually finish it, but I did bring it to a reasonable conclusion that if I would have to continue it, I would say it would be either half point or 1/3 point of the story, because there is stuff that goes on after that, but it is very weird. It is so weird, and I'm so glad I didn't write it. It is something that my oh, how old was I? Like 12. Actually, I think 13. Yeah, 3 years ago. It's fine. 3 years ago, me. I mean, now I also write cringy stuff, but it is a different kind of cringy. It's a different it has a different flavor to it, if you know what I mean. It's not so much unawarely cringy. It is, I understand that what I'm doing is cringy, but I'm doing it because I enjoy it. So it is like, I have a bigger level of self-awareness. Not 100%, but like better, right? Better. Um Dislikes. It's just whatever. It's in the group chat. Um but yeah, I would just do it because I enjoy it, and I'm just not too concerned about it, I guess. And these videos are probably these streams are probably like obviously not the um most high quality content you could ever imagine, but I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun, so I don't think it matters that much. Plus, it's not gonna, my life's not gonna change because of this too much. I'm just gonna spend, like, instead of drawing for 3 hours on my own, not talking, I would spend 3 hours on the stream drawing. It's fine. I realized I'm talking like everyone knows the stuff I know. You know, because I'm like Card Capture Sakura, like Dream SMP, One Piece, whatever, Undertale. But then again, probably like a lot of people are not in all of the same fandoms, obviously, and even less people would probably be interested in hearing about my characters. But you know what? It's fine. It is fine. Whatever. People don't have to. I'm doing this for fun, for very much fun. Okay, let's. And this is kids. Why you should use references? Don't be like me. Use references. That is a good a piece of advice. He's just writing something. He's so small. Burp, burp, burp. And I'm assuming let's move the thumb a little. I have so much respect for people who are going into animation full time or doing it or learning or who want to be an animator one day, cuz this is painful. This is so sad and just good luck. Just good luck. Good luck. Good luck to everyone who wants to become an animator. I'm not even technically animating. I'm an animatic king. Animatic king. I'm an animatic king. I'm a king of animatics, even though I'm a girl. That's what happens. You become a king. Anyone can be a king. That's my philosophy. Okay, and now we need to duplicate this layer level. And then have them look at this. Because he's in crippling debt. Yes, let's go. Man's in crippling debt. Comebacks. Comebacks. Comes back. I just want to zoom in on him. Honestly, that's all I want to do. Okay, wait. Let me zoom in on him. How do I? There. And I'm just gonna zoom in on him. But I need him with the what is it called? I need him to be with the check, so that you can tell that he's in debt. He's looking at the check. Man's looking at the check. Very disturbed. Very disturbed. He has to pay rent for the building that he hides bodies in. That's a little dark. I wonder if that's against the Twitch rules. That's fine. We don't need to worry about it. Actually, I don't want to zoom in that much. Because I need the table. I need the table for my plan. Actually, I kind of want to zoom in, but at the same time, I need the I need the table for the plant because I want him to like hit his head on the table just desperately. Uh, cause yeah, he's not feeling it. Definitely, he's not. He's definitely not feeling it at this moment. King's not feeling it at this moment. They're just being devastated. It's fine. He also has a like very not yeah pretty decently sad backstory. I'd say maybe not um maybe not as bad as Mika's, but yeah, it's it's hard to top Mika's backstory if I'm gonna be honest. At least for my characters, because oh no, what because they're just people, you know. I don't have many AUs or characters who are. I mean, I do have a thing that I'm working on. Currently, I'm not currently working on it, but I am working on it in the foreseeable future, where it's a thing set in D&D. I hope I'm not too loud or too quiet, but it is a thing set in I'm not gonna say in Forgotten Realms, cause probably not. It's not. I'm assuming, uh, but it is set in the D&D broad like, universe in terms of fantasy, I guess, universe. I don't know. Uh, like there are, there are elves. There are I don't know, drow. There is the uh, elemental. There are the elemental planes. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's a D&D thing. Um, it's basically other planes that are just mostly just one element. That's what they are. Um, so yeah, that still exists. But for example, I added some stuff like my own um, D&D races and stuff because there's because I have a character who is uh cliche uh gifted gifted child like child with a special gift who is either unaware of the gift or can't doesn't think much of it, and that's basically what happens. She is she's very incredibly strong. Um, if she would use her power, she would be incredibly strong. Um, as of now, she's not. She is, but my idea was that the way it works. So she was born in the elemental chaos, which if you don't know what it is, it's I can't blame you, but it is a place, if that makes sense, in the depths. And in the way I explain it, it can be very different from how other people perceive it. But in my perception, right, and how I understood it, it's a place in between, or in the depth and in between all the elemental planes where the chaos reigns and elemental things everywhere, and no one, mostly, almost no one can survive in there. So, not a very friendly place, because there's just pieces of earth around, all around, floating around. There's storm clouds, ice, fire, wind, everything just combined together. Not a pleasant place. If I if I do say so myself, not a very pleasant place. And but there are. It did mention, the book did mention that there's. Oh my god, my iPad is not working. Uh, the book did mention that there's a thing where. Oh my god, please. Just doesn't want to. Oh, there you go. Where there are under certain circumstances, there can be creatures can be born that are elemental beings, except they are not just one element, but in fact, there are multiple elements just bunched together. So you could have stuff like I don't know, elemental of air and fire at the same time, and that is, in my opinion, that is insanely cool. But uh, I listened to Vibrant Eyes, and obviously, like any other person who would listen to Vibrant Eyes, I wanted a character who has vibrant eyes, but not just vibrant eyes. I wanted glowy eyes, because there's the one shot, if you watch the animatic Vibrant Eyes by CG5. I forgot by who the animatic is, but it's amazing. There's like this shot where Ronbu closes his eyes, the purple eyes, and I really wanted uh, a character with super vibrant eyes or glowing eyes that would have some significance to the character, and I did just that. Created myself a character that is like that, and it's amazing. It's like so fun, but she is a what is it called, like an elemental, but all the elements combined, and she can change forms, like almost shape shift, but uh, she doesn't control it necessarily. So she can sort of shapeshift, but can't really control it. And she can, she's very powerful, but her power works a little backwards, where when she's happy, her power is extremely destructive, and just can cause a lot of chaos and misery to people, while when she's upset or uh, feeling really down, her powers are very nice and not chaotic, and they grow flowers and just bring happiness to people, right? Uh, that's the whole point of her character, that she's this child who was created billions, millions, billions, I don't know how many, but a long time ago, maybe thousands. I don't know, billions is a little much, but she is very old technically, so she was created a very long time ago, but she hasn't been conscious for a long time. She only became conscious a few years prior to the main story, which I don't know what the main story is yet, but to her going to the main plane, I guess. And yeah, so that's her, that's not her background because she has a lot more, but yeah, that's the main thing. What? Yeah, that's the main thing she has. And then she escaped the elemental chaos, which good for her. But yeah, she escaped the elemental chaos, and after escaping the elemental chaos, she found herself in the elemental plane of Earth, where she saw some like humanoid looking person and turned into a humanoid looking person, because at that point she was just like a bunch of energy and elements combined together. So she turned into this just humanoid looking being, and she did turn into a like child looking, girl looking person. So she was perceived as that, right? And then a bunch of creatures from the elemental plane of Earth, which I forgot they're called, but whatever. They found her, and they were like, "Oh my God, there's a child in the middle of a cave in the middle of elemental plane of Earth with like no air in there, caves with no air, just like a child who um doesn't even necessarily speak their any language." And they're like, "Oh, what? What is that?" And then she was they took her in when they realized that oh no, I think they were taking her in when they realized that she was um either, I don't know yet whether she was upset or not, but she was feeling some emotion, and that affected the reality next to them. And eventually they realized that it was because of her, and they were like, we could exploit that. So they took her in, and when they realized that her powers directly correlate with her emotional state and well-being, they obviously they didn't want her to destroy everything. So they put her in a like dungeon. They literally put a child, she was just born. She looked, I'd say she looks, I mean, 10, 8 to 12. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know yet. Probably 12. Yeah. But, I mean, now she looks 12. She might have looked 8 then. But whatever. They put a child, 8 to 12 years old, into a dungeon and like chained her up and like I don't know, just kept her there and say mean things and just be jerks like one does, and would actively traumatize her because that way they don't he doesn't cause destruction. There's like flowers growing everywhere instead, and her tears fall, flowers grow, sort of stuff. And yeah, very fun, very fun. That was sarcasm. uh and then they would, I mean, they also use her as a weapon. If the bad guy comes in and they're like, "Oh my God, you're such a good child. Look, brought you candy," and then they give her candy, and she's happy, and then she destroys the person. Because at that point, when she's given like positive reinforcement, it's just, I don't know how to say, but positive affection. She's just like, yes, yes, positive affection, yay, and just is very happy. And she's still a child, so she doesn't even realize much. So yeah, very sad, very sad. But eventually, someone comes in. I'm not sure yet who, but someone comes in and talks to her and realizes what's going on and is like, oh my, this is not good. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be keeping a child in a dungeon because of her abilities. So they save her and take her with them, or alternatively, they don't have the power to, but they do talk to her and talk some, you know, they like explain to her why this is bad and why she shouldn't be putting up with this, and that she has power, she's powerful, and she realizes that she doesn't want to be there anymore and escapes. Either way, the outcome is the same. She's out, and she is running away. She finds a portal to somewhere she doesn't know. She jumps into the portal because she's desperate to escape the people who kept her, and she finds herself on the material plane, and that's where everything starts. She meets like the other main characters, and starts to discover herself more and things like that. So that's one thing. And then I have another character who is still in development very much. All of them are still in development, but this one is especially in development because I have no idea who they are, what they're doing, if they're going to be in the main story. But I do want to have a character who has hair that changes color depending on their emotion, but instead of it being style of, I don't know, Inside Out or something, where you have you can tell what the person is feeling based on their color. So for example, blue for sadness, yellow for joy, red for love or anger, um, green for disgust or healing, something of that sort, but only one, right? And you would have a different shade, different feeling. Um, but instead of that, I have a system where it can be, so the hair changes color to whatever the person is feeling, regardless of how others may perceive it. So, for example, if the person who changes hair color, right? If they associate green with healing, then at that moment, the moment they're feeling the emotion, if they're feeling green right now, their hair is going to be green, and it's going to be whatever shade they're feeling right now, and it's like subconscious, right? And this person associates green with, I don't know, fear, disgust, right? When they're feeling fear or disgust strongly or something, or not even strongly, if they're not quote unquote masking it, right? Their hair is going to be green. But the thing is, to other people, oh my god, that was really loud, I think. But to other people, it may mean something completely opposite. For example, this person is happy and their hair turns blue, and like dark blue, navy blue. And to one person, they would think, oh, this person is really upset, they're really upset. And to the other person, it might mean, oh, this person is like feeling deep emotions of like love and appreciation. And to the other person, it's going to be like happiness, or they just don't know. And yeah, that's that's basically the idea. And I did I did take a lot of inspirations from a book called Jinx. It's about a boy. I mean, it's about a lot of things, but mainly, the main character is a young boy who can see people's emotions, except he sees them in a form of colors, images, but mostly colors. And I love how it's like the whole book interprets emotions and colors interestingly, because it can be red of, subtle red of rage or vengeance. It can be red of passion or love, or it could be red of, you know, warm fireplace or something. It can be very different, and I think that's so cool about the colors and emotions, that even the same shade of the same color can represent multiple things for multiple people, or even for one person. I have like, different times I feel differently. For me, blue is, sometimes it's uh cold, and I don't like it that much necessarily. Um, oh wait. Sometimes I really want blue in my life because it's, I don't know, fresh air. Um, Sometimes I love, like, okay, yellow. My, like, I would say yellow is one of my favorite colors, right? Sometimes I don't want to see it because it makes me, like, it gives me the suffocating feeling, like orange almost. Um, but sometimes I really love yellow because it's so, it's joy and just nice stuff. And then also, you know, yellow can be sickness. For example, if I want to get a character's skin look sick, just, yeah, it's a certain, it's between like green and yellow. It's a lime. It's not supposed to be like, I don't know, almost neon. I don't know how to explain it, but it's almost not neon, but it's very much green yellow combo, like a very, I don't know. Actually, I like lime. I like lime a lot. Like, not, oh, sorry, that was my pen. Not the fruit. The fruit is fine. The citrus. I mean, it's fine, but it's like, it's not